right, so we're back with another Jurg's Cup interview. Doing the post-show interview with Krys from Traces of Alithe.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you took it out to a show. What was it like?
So light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having a Les Paul that's gonna be a bit heavy. That's just so light.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I have to break my back, especially when I'm switching off my bass.
Yeah.
Sounds great on it.
This is my song.
Kept in tune quite well. It plays great. The one issue was just in the lighting of the stage. The black dots on the green is a little hard to see. Yeah, I feel like something more, was like UV treated or something like a lighter shade would make more noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main issue where like when I'm switching bar chords, like I couldn't quite see exactly what fret I was on just from a glance.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else worked pretty well. This thing wasn't sticking as much.
Yeah. Yeah, and so tell me about it. Did you do any of the coil splits during any of your songs? Because I know for Stars Align, when I was playing on the guitar, I had the neck pickup in single coil mode. Did you do any of it?
You know, I honestly can't remember. I feel like on Forget About It, I switched it over to the bridge on that one, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, I think that was the only one I switched off on. For the most part, I kept it pretty much center. Just on that one, I play around with that just because that more like emo sound.
Yeah.
So just having like all of the coils activated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main change there. And volume-wise, I didn't really mess with volume. I kept them all up. You know, it wasn't trying to cut too much of the distortion we were going for this time around. So just having the guitar completely ring through as I played. And this is a smaller neck, right?
So for Joe, when he was on it, he thought it was a miniature scale. When he just didn't realize that, because he's used to playing more telly style guitars, and so he completely forgot that this is a 24.75 inch scale length, which is the same as a Gibson Epiphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about width-wise? Is it roughly the same, or?
What was that?
Like right here, like the width.
I think it's about the same.
About the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't just like just me. Like it felt a bit smaller, like when I was up there. Because I went up there like with my song, a lot of it's muscle memory because I'm singing for Treasure's Cage. So a lot of that I'm just kind of like arpeggiating through it. And so some of it I feel like I was slightly off in a few places. Like my muscle memories feel like I should be a bit more over.
Yeah.
played great. It was just that thing where it felt a bit smaller in my hand and not being able to see the frets. Another thing is just sliding my hands up and down.
Yeah.
I say it's very smooth, I can say.
Yeah.
But like it's a well-used guitar. It's been worn down a bit. It's a bit easier to do that. So it's like what's brand new. It's kind of hard to quite do it how you expect. So considering you like basically just made this a couple months ago, it lets me go where I want to pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say I made it more than a few months ago.
Half a year at this point.
I finished making this around September, I want to say.
A little over half a year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I started in May, so it took me like 4 months to make that.
Yeah, it's May next month, so.
Yeah.
So what's going to be your final goal with these pickups? Are you going to end up switching them over, or do you want to keep them like this?
I'll keep them like this for now, just because I haven't heard any complaints. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I know I'm just not keeping it.
Okay. So selling it to one of you viewers, donating it to someone.
Yeah. We'll see. And like I told Jen in my interview, what I want for the guitar is like I want it to get played.
Right.
Because like features like that, it's not a guitar that you put on that you put
On the shelf.
Yeah, you don't put that on the shelf. You don't put that on a guitar stand. You pick it up and you play it.
On mine, I don't have these because you said these were locking tuners, right?
Yeah.
So these don't turn on, do they? Or
Those turn. That's how Chantal popped it out.
so how do these work? Just educate me or us. How do these work?
Basically, you just turn these you turn these like little screws back here, like to tighten them and loosen them. So the thing about that is you know how when you're changing strings on a guitar, like traditionally, like you have to give it slack and then like wrap it around. So locking tuners don't work like that. So you just thread the string through. You don't give it any slack.
Okay.
Then you tighten this little part down here, and it holds the string in place, and then you tune it to pitch.
Okay. All right. Because you have no windings on these. Have a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it works like that, it stays in pitch better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not that it stays in pitch better, but the convenient part about locking tuners is that it just makes your string change a little faster.
Okay, true.
Yeah. Or like say if you break a string on stage, you can just thread a new string in, and you're back in business.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty quick because I know if I broke a string, I didn't have the windy tool that lets us wind this up. It would take me a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say you broke one string on here. How long do you think it would take you to just quickly switch it out?
Maybe a few seconds. Yeah, it's a wraparound bridge, so I'd have to thread it through here and then run it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learning something new there.
Would you ever own an Oscar guitar?
Oh yeah. Although you probably hate me for all the stuff I tend to put into it.
Real like what?
Well, first off, I definitely want these LED lights.
Yeah, I would definitely hate you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and definitely need a whammy bar.
Yeah, I will never understand why people like those. Like I get the dive bombs and stuff are cool, but I'm just like, nah, it's never been my thing. Plus, I don't know if you know this, it is difficult to set that up like it's annoying to set up, and from what I understand, those things go out of tune real quick.
Yes, they do. I heard some of the more recent models make it a bit better, but they still go out tune because I mean, obviously you're like bending the string and like the whole bridge there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So LEDs in the knobs. What else?
Let's see how you know what you need to do? Well, going LED, you know what the wiring does, which would have helped this guitar so much. They have LEDs right here where the all the fret dots are.
Yeah, I had to mention the warning.
See, and they have those custom put in afterwards. And that's super. I think Danny says he has like a little button here. He just hits and lights up.
Yeah.
And that's so helpful. Like after the show, I went home. I'm looking at my my Fender Squire to see how small the dots are. I'm like, the dots are basically the same size as these, but it's like it's the whitest color most fretboards are over the black, so it's contrasting colors. While this the green with the black, it looks fine with the proper lighting, but when it gets darker, it blends in too much with the wood here.
Yeah.
So like I said, proper lighting, it's perfectly fine, but in darker lighting, which is most stages, it's gonna be hard to see.
Yeah.
So LED or UV dots would be perfect.
I mean, I probably would just add like UV dots.
Yeah.
Because I have a ton of UV reactive paint. I mean, you've seen my artwork.
Yeah. UV dots. I mean, if you're doing that, also have all these as nice little UVs here. And you know what? I'm gonna have you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there because I do not do inlays.
Yeah, but okay, so you can engrave the animals.
Okay.
Engrave them, fill them in, like you did this.
Yeah.
So what I do is get like a blank inlay, or you can get those like what the some of the Gibson boards have, the little like whatever rectangular things there, and then etch that in, and I'd have you put the band name in there for the dots, and have that glow in the dark.
Yeah. I think you're better off going to somebody else to make that guitar for you.
Yeah, and I definitely have you put what you did on this one, which is the swappable pickups.
Yeah.
Because that's such a cool sound feature.
Yeah, that I wouldn't hate you for.
Yeah.
Would you want the coil splits though?
Definitely have the coil splits.
Mm.
It just gives you so much many more options.
Yeah.
Yeah, because having the coil splits plus having swappable pickups is give you so many options. Because otherwise, it's usually like for example, Stratocaster, Fenders that got like the knob, and it's like, this has a knob. Let's say you have like 3 single pickups or 4 or whatever, and just like going between the different options, and swappable pickups. It's so nice to be like, I don't like this one pickup, taking out, switching it in there.
Yeah.
And I really love humbucker types.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, I didn't say this in your interview, but I did say it in Jen's. With that website that I went to, you're not married to buying only their pickups.
Mm-hmm.
They sell like these little adapter things that you can solder and they tell you, they give you instructions on how to do it. You can solder the pickup wires to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you all of a sudden have yourself like another swappable pickup. So if you want to get yourself like a set of Gibson pickups, you don't solder the pickup to here. You solder the pickup to that little adapter, and then like it's now an easily swappable pickup.
Oh, that makes you even better. So many more options then.
If I were to build you a guitar, I would like be really candid, like going up front, like just saying, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Can't exactly do that.
But you never know until you ask. So
yeah,
you're gonna get a big long list of West, and then half that's gonna be red marks saying no way.
So yeah, that's it for this set of interviews, folks. It's been great. like honestly, vote for Jurg's Cup. Hopefully, vote for this. Follow us on Traces of Alithe on Instagram. We'll post on how to vote when voting is made available. And yeah, if you ever do want to try out, building your own guitar, definitely do it. It's a fun project. It's a skill you learn, and you will come out of it learning the guitar inside and out. I was so glad that I did this, and I'm so glad that I got to participate in Jurg's Cup. And all the bands that kind of helped to contribute with this, Traces of Alithe, yeah, go follow us. The brand new Steadies, which is Jen Elliott's band. Honorable mentions go out to War Honey, who they tried, but they just couldn't make it happen. Maybe someday we'll try out, like I'll let them play on the guitar for a show. Won't be for your Cup interview. It'll just be them like having fun with it. Yeah. Also shout out to Ben. I think his noise project is called Conan the Accountant.
Yes.
Yeah, Conan the Accountant. So yeah, definitely follow those folks on Instagram. Also, Jet Set Rock Band, who invited us to the show where we got to test this out.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, also follow Front Desk Band, because Madeline let us use this room. But yeah, that's it. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, take care. Encore performance of Score One for the Madman, which is in drop D. So it might have just been that you actually just played.
Yeah, because it was the G or B string that was off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's always the G string.
It's always the G string.
Insert innuendo here.
I feel for your next bill, just pay me time. You can just use the trigger for just the.
Hey, bold of you to think I'm going to actually do this. Folks, after this contest ends, I'm taking a nap.
Okay, well, you gotta learn how to, build stuff in your sleep. Because there's a long list of people who want you to build stuff for.
Yeah, I know. Please do not play with those. Remember what happened to Chantal?
Well, no, it's to turn those. What?
Yeah.
So this is up. So I was able to hit it and roll it, and the pickup selector's right here. So I got to pick up the pickup and the string snap because you touched. Nice, Chantal. Excellent.
This is going to be on the
This is gonna be on the Chantal, you dumbass. Oh.
There was a certain guitarist that we both know who said, when I told them about the reverse controls, the only real thing that they had to say was, yeah, you just gotta get someone on there who knows what they're doing.
No, exactly. So you can get a body similar to Niteria.
His bass.
A beautiful bass.
That I nearly fell on stage while playing.
She's powerful. See, hit the ceiling with it once and broke the ceiling.
Yeah.